Okay guys, this is the solution of your test. I hope that you can understand this, and then you'll get the good scores later in the remedial test. Yeah, so questions 1, you have polynomials, and then the polynomials is divided by 2x minus 1, and the questions only want you to find the remainder. Yeah, you can use remainder theorem by input the x into the polynomial like this, 2x equals to 1, and then x equals to half, and then you will input the half into the polynomials, and then you will have the answers. But I think the numbers will not good enough to calculate, yeah, because we will have 1 over 32. But if you are confident with your calculations, you can do that. For me, I want to use Horner's methods rather than the remainder theorem. Yeah, so 14 for the x cube. The x square is not there, so you have to write 0, and then the x is -1, and then 5. Okay, and then we only have to create the diagram, and then you will write down half right there, and then this one will go down to 1, -4. Remember, when you do Horner, you will add, yeah, not minus. So this one is -4, -4 times half is -2, this one is 12, 12 times half equals to 6, this one is 6, this one is 3, and this one is 2, 2 times half equals to 1, 5 plus 1 equals to 6. There you go, so the remainder equals to 6. Next is question 2. Question 2, divided by x squared minus 2x minus 3, the remainder is 11x minus 5. Yeah, so for this one, because the divisor is x squared, I don't think using Horner will be a good idea, since in the polynomial we have p and q. It will be a little bit hard. Yeah, so I will use the remainder theorem. To use the remainder theorem, you have to find the value of x from the divisors like this. You will factorize it like that, and then x equals to 3, x equals to -1. Okay, so we already have the x for the divisors, and then we'll use the remainder theorem. Remainder theorem says you only have to input the value of x into the polynomials. Yeah, the polynomials is 2x to the power of 3 minus 4x squared plus px, and then plus q, and the result will be the remainder. Yeah, the remainder itself is 11x minus 5, so 11x minus 5. Okay, so we because we are talking about x equals to 3, that means we have to input the 3 into the x like this. Yeah, as simple as that. Okay, you only have to memorize the workings, and then this one will be 27 times 2, 54, and this one is 9 times 4 is 36, this one is 3p, this one is q equals to 33 minus 5 is 28. Okay, and then this one is 18. No, yeah, wait, yeah, 18 I guess. And then for this one is 3p plus q equals to 28. That means 3p plus q, if you move the 18 to the right hand side, you'll have 10. This is the first equations. Next is the second equations. When x equals to -1, you only have to do the same things, but this time you will input the -1 like this, 11 times x minus 5. The x itself is -1 for this part, and then you will simplify. This one is -2, -4, -p plus q equals to -11 minus 5, -16. -6 equals to -p plus q equals to -16, and then -p plus q equals to, move the -6, you will have -10. And then after that, you only have to use the elimination methods to solve this. 3p plus q equals to 10, and then negative p plus q equals to negative 10. Then you minus them, you'll have 4p equals to 20, p equals to 5. Then you input it right there, you'll have negative 5 plus q equals to negative 10, so q equals to negative 5. There you go. It is our p and q. The question wants you to find p minus q. P minus q equals to 5 minus negative 5. Be careful with that one. So you'll have 10 as the result. The next one is questions number 3. The question wants you to find the quotient. To find the quotient, there is no other way to find it besides the long division or Horner's. Yeah, for this one I will choose Horner's. So I will rewrite all of the coefficient first. 1, x to the power of 4 equals to 1, x to the power of 3 equals to negative 5, x to the power of 2 is gone, so you have to put 0, and then 1, and then negative 9. Yeah, be careful with the 0. Okay, and then for the divisor, I will use negative c over a and negative b over a right there. Where is the ABC? The ABC will be this one. Yeah, so negative c over a means negative 3 over 1. So you'll have 3. And then for the negative b over a, it's negative 1. Okay, memorize the position of the star. The star will be right there. And then you will add them. This is 1. 1 times negative 1 equals to negative 1. And then you add this, you will have 0. And then 0 times negative 1 equals to 0. And then the previous numbers times it with the 3, you will have 3. And then you will add this one again, so you will have negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 1 equals to 2. 0 times 3 equals to 0. And then you will add this, you will have 2 times it by negative 1, you will have negative 2 times the previous numbers with the 3, negative 6. And then you will have negative 7. And you don't have to do this because we have stars right there, we cannot fill in the space. And then for this one is 6. Okay, and then you will add this, you will have negative 3. So the remainder is negative 7, negative 3. That means this or this one. Yeah, A or C. And then for the quotient, it will be have no x for this one, and then this one have x, this one is x squared, this one is x to the power of 3. But because the x squared is 0, that means the final answer is x cubed minus 2x and then plus 2. Yeah, so this is the quotient, and the yellow is the remainder. You only have to put x right there. And then next is question 4. For question 4, we have px, the polynomial of x, divided by x minus 4. The remainder equals to 15. And then when the polynomial divided by x plus 2, the remainder is negative 3. And then when it is divided by x squared minus 2x minus 8, the remainder will be px plus q. Yeah, so you have to memorize this. When the question wants you to find the remainder of polynomials divided by quadratics, you have to know that the remainder will be px plus q. Yeah, so first I will factorize this. Okay, and then I will have the value of the x equals to negative 2, and then I will input the x into the remainder, yeah, to get the remainder. So first is 4. That means I will have 4p plus q, and then negative 2p plus q equals to. The value will be from this one. X equals to 4 means r equals to 15. When x equals to negative 2, the remainder will be negative 3. And then after this, you only have to eliminate. Minus it, you'll have 6p equals to 18, p equals to 3, and then you will input it into one of the equations. Negative 2 times 3 plus q equals to negative 3, so this one is negative 6 plus q equals to negative 3, q equals to 3. There you go. P equals to 3, q equals to 3. That means the final answer is remainder equals to px 3x plus 3. There you go. Okay, that is question 4. Question 5, one of the roots is already given. You have to know that roots means the x, yeah, the value of the x. So you only have to input the x into the polynomials. P minus 1x to the power of 3 plus 3 times x squared minus 11 times x minus 2p equals to 0. Because we already have the x, you only have to input the negative 3 into the x like that. So you'll have p minus 1 times times negative 27, and then this one will be 27, this one is positive 33, and then minus 2p equals to 0. And then you will multiply this, you'll have negative 27p plus 27 plus 27 plus 33 minus 2p equals to 0. And then you only have to calculate. First is negative 29p, and then this one is 54 plus 33 is 87 equals to 0. Negative 29p equals to negative 87, p equals to negative 87 divided by negative 29, it's positive 3. So p equals to 3. We are not finished yet. We have to rewrite the polynomials. Yeah, the polynomials is p minus 1x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared minus 11x minus 2p equals to 0. Since we already have the p, we can insert it into the polynomials, so that you'll have 2x to the power of 3. The 2 comes from 3 minus 1, yeah, and then plus 3x squared minus 11x minus 6 equals to 0. The 6 comes from 2 times 3. And then after that, you have to find the product of the roots. Product of the roots means x1 times x2 times x3. The formula is negative d over a. This one is a, b, c, d. So negative 6 over a. So the answer is 3. Okay. Question 6. The questions wants you to find the quotient. To find the quotient, you have to use long division or Horner's. Yeah, for this one, I want to use Horner's like this, and then I will divide it by 2x minus 1. From 2x minus 1, I will get the value of x equals to half. That means half is right there. Then this one is 4. 4 times half equals to 2. Negative 12 times half equals to negative 6. This one is 12. 12 times half equals to 6. The remainder will be 8. So our quotient will be 4x squared minus 12x plus 12. Yeah, but be careful when we want to find the quotient. You have to take a look at the divisors. The divisors have a coefficient of x, which is 2. That means you have to divide this by 2. Yeah, only the quotient. You don't have to divide the remainder. Minus 6x and then plus 6. That's it. Don't divide anymore. Yeah, so the answer is D. Next question is 7. For question 7, find the x1 square plus x2 square plus x cubed square. X3 square, sorry. So for this one, I already give the formulas for you before in the class. So the formula is x1 plus x2 plus x3 square minus 2 times x1 x2 plus x2 x3 plus x1 x3. Yeah, so this one is negative b over a. and this one is c over a square minus 2 times c over a. Okay, just input the numbers, yeah. The b is 6, so negative 6. The a is 2 over 2 squares, and then minus 2 times the c is negative 3 over a is 2. Okay, next is to calculate. This one is 3 squares, sorry, negative 3 squares. This one is plus 3. 3 squares is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. C. And then next is 18. For 18, the keyword is factors. If you read factors, that means you have to find the value of x first from the divisors, yeah, by make it into 0. And then you will factorize for this one. 2 and 1 plus n plus x equals to negative 2, x equals to negative 1. Okay, let's input them into the polynomials. First is x equals to negative 2. That means x to the power of 4 plus p plus 2x to the power of 3 plus 7 times x squared plus q minus 5x and then minus q plus 4. And then because it is a factors, that means it has to be equals to 0. And then you only have to input the value of x. So negative 2 right there, negative 2, negative 2, and negative 2. Okay. And then you only have to calculate 16. This one is p plus 2 times negative 8. This one is 28. This one is q minus 5 times, we can input the negative 2, multiply the negative 2 directly. So you'll have negative 2q, and then negative 2 times negative 5 equals to plus 10. This one is negative q, and then plus 4. Okay, and then next is I want to calculate 16, 28, and plus 10, and plus 4. I will have 32, 42, 58, yeah, 58. And then I will multiply this. I will have negative 8p minus 16, and then this one is plus 58, and then this one also negative 3q equals to 0. And then I will calculate this, negative 8p minus 3q positive 42 equals to 0. So negative 8p minus 3q equals to negative 42. Okay, next is x equals to negative 1. X equals to negative 1. That means the same thing, but x equals to negative 1. Okay, this one is negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, and this one is q. Okay, let's do this. 1, and this one is plus p plus 2 times negative 1, and then this one will be 7. This one is negative q plus 5, negative q plus 4 equals to 0. And then I want to calculate 1 plus 7 equals to 8. This one is 13, 17. So the total is 17. And then minus q equals to negative 2q. And then this one is negative p. This one is negative 2 equals to 0. Sorry. And then 17 minus 2 equals to 15. 15 equals to, I will move this to the other side so it will become positive. So I will have p plus 2q. And then next, okay, I will try to make this into p equals 2. So 15 minus 2q. You can use elimination also, yeah. But for this one, I prefer using substitution because the numbers is so good in these equations. So you only have to input the p. Negative 3q equals to negative 42. Yeah, so the p is 15 minus 2q, and then just calculate it. You will have negative 120 plus 16q minus 3q equals to negative 42. 13q equals to 78. So q equals to 6. There you go. This is the q, and then you only have to input it into these equations to find the p. P equals to 15 minus 2 times q. Q equals to 6. So p equals to 15 minus 12. P equals to 3. Okay, that's it. The question wants you to find the value of p minus q. That means 3 minus 6 equals to negative 3. And then the last question is this one. First, you have to write down the questions like this. And then this one is 2x minus 1 and x minus 2 squares. You only have to remember all of the steps, yeah. B and then C. For this one, it will be breakdown into 3 parts. The first one is x minus 1, the second one is x minus 2 square, and the third will be x minus 2. First, I want to find the a by input the value of the x from this one. So before you input, you have to close this one with your fingers, and then you will input it just like usual. Half squares plus 3 times half, and then minus 4. This is the top part. For the bottom part, it will be half minus 2 square. Okay, let's calculate this. This is 1 over 4, this is 3 over 2, this is minus 4. Just leave it like that. This one is negative half minus 2 is negative 3 over 2, and then you have to square it. It will become 9 over 4. And then after this, I will multiply both sides with 4. So you'll have 1 plus 6 minus 16 over 9 equals to how much? Negative 1, I guess. Yeah, it's negative 1. Okay, so after you have a equals to negative 1, just write down the value of a. Next is b. To find the b, you have to input the x one more time. This one is x equals to 2. Input it, but you have to close this one first. So this is a, yeah. A. Okay, for b, you'll have 2 square plus 3 times 2 minus 4 divided by 2 times 2 minus 1 equals to 6 over 3 equals to 2. So b equals to 2. Okay, I will erase this one first because we need space to find the c. For the c, you cannot use the previous methods because it will be undefined. That means you have to move this to the other sides. Yeah, just move them. So you'll have x squared plus 3x minus 4 over 2x minus 1 times x minus 2 square. When you move the a is negative 1. When you move it, it will be plus 1 over 2x minus 1. You will write it like this. And then when you move the 2, it will become negative 2. Yeah, negative 2 over x minus 2 square equals to c over x minus 2. And then all you have to do is to use algebra to simplify this. Yeah, so you have to make the denominator equal. It will be like this. And then for this one, you have to input, you have to add 2x minus 1 at the bottom and the top parts. And then next is x squared plus 3x minus 4, still the same. This one is x minus 2 squares. I want to rewrite it like this so you can expand it later. This one is negative 4x and positive 2. Be careful with the sign. And then the bottom part will be 2x minus 1 and x minus 2 squared. Okay, let's simplify. X squared plus 3x minus 4. This one is x squared minus 2x, and then minus 2x, and then plus 4 ya, minus 4x plus 2 over 2x minus 1 and x minus 2 square. Actually, we still have c over x minus 2 at the right hand side. Okay, and then just simplify. First, I want to calculate the x square. X square plus x square equals to 2x square. Second is 3x minus 2x minus 2x minus 4x. You'll have negative 7x, and then negative 4 plus 4 equals to 0, and then plus 2. Plus 2 over 2x minus 1, x minus 2. Oh, my bad guys, I made a mistake when I calculate the x ya. Should be 5x. Okay, that's correct right now. So we only have to factorize the top parts. The top parts will be 2x and x, 2 and 1 minus n minus, and then as you can see we can cross out this one. Oh, this one also have squares yeah, so you can cross out one of them, the squares will be gone, and then 2x minus 1 will be gone also. So you will only have 1 over x minus 2 equals to c over x minus 2. That means c equals to 1. Yeah. Okay, so the final answer will be this one. 1, 2, and negative 1. This is the final answers. Okay, so that is the solution of your test. We'll do the remedial test soon, so I hope that you can prepare it well. Yeah, so your scores will be good enough to pass the KKM. See you guys, bye bye.